day 23, not for the week. We're in chapter 7, verse 11. You see a date night occur where the wife says, let's go to the countryside, let's go to the villages, let's spend a night there, let's get away. Let's get away. Certainly in our relationship with our spouse, it's so important for us to get away. Right? To go on these dates, to go on overnight dates. If you have children, God bless you, right? Not just as marriage, not for the week, but certainly parenting is not for the week. But it's so important for God's children, us, right? Husband and wife, to get away and to go not just on date nights, but weekend getaways. All right, today we want to go back all the way to the beginning of Song of Songs where we talked about dating. Right? We talked about the need of a man in the relationship that God shows to us in this wisdom literature, that he's looking for a friend. He's looking for the shoulder to shoulder. All right? And that this wife, the woman, is looking for the face-to-face, the romantic kind of love, where the man is looking for the friendship kind of love, the ahava and the dode. So what I want to do just for a few moments as we look at this wisdom literature from chapter 7 is talk about how you continue just to cultivate your relationship, your friendship relationship, and your romance relationship. Right? Certainly date night is huge. 1992, there's a man named Gary Chapman wrote a book based on a bunch of research. Many of you have heard this, The 5 Languages of Love. If you haven't done that quiz, just go online, type it in, 5 Languages of Love, and identify that. Right? 5 Languages of Love. Right? This relationship that you have with your spouse. Right? One is quality time. Right? Another one is meaningful touch. Another one is acts of service. Another one is words of affirmation. And then another one would be gifts. Gifts. Right? And certainly all these things are a way that we all love to receive love, but certainly a way that we give love to each other. Right? But what we need to identify, and what Gary Chapman has taught us and many marriage counselors since, is if you want to continue to develop this relationship with your spouse, right, to have fun on a date night, right, learn your spouse's love language, because oftentimes if my love language is acts of service, I think that Jenny's love language is acts of service, and so it doesn't mean it's hers. Even though I love to receive acts of service, that means I'm very tempted to think that everybody also wants acts of service primarily, and that's not necessarily the case. Right? So it's so important for us to know what not just our language of love is, especially for our spouse to know what our language of love is, but for me to know what Jenny's language of love is, so I can hit that primary need. Right? It's pretty amazing in my own life, and certainly I love to get gifts, but gifts is just not a primary love language. Right? It's not that I don't appreciate them, right? But when people give that to me or they want that from me, it's just very hard for me to actually show the emotional response. Right? So all of us have primary languages of love and secondary languages of love. It doesn't mean we don't love to get it. It just means there's difference, and it's time for us to get to know our spouse. Right? So I encourage you to do a little date night. Maybe it's just a date night, not getting out of the house, but just with each other. Do that quiz online, The Languages of Love, as we are inspired by God's Word to continue to cultivate our relationship, to continue to date each other and meet each other's love languages, so our relationship continues to grow and to soar. So this is day 23. Go knee to knee, hand to hand after you do that quiz, and just ask God to enable you to love your spouse in their primary love languages. Peace.